Happy Saturday, everybody. Lead meteorologist John Choquet here at my house with our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast on this lovely Saturday, June 30th. It looks like we might have a pretty busy day on our hands, last day of the month here. And if you saw my notification or even the description here on Facebook, quite a few cities possibly might get some hail today. And one of those, of course, being the MVP this year, Denver. So we'll see if they continue to be way out in the lead with the hailstorms this year. Make sure you guys, if you're out in Denver, you're out working, and you can't get on the Facebook, well, you can watch us on our app. Hit that little lightning bolt, lower right hand corner of your screen, and I'll bring up the video. It's actually the YouTube stream, and you can watch it and do your work, and then of course you can also watch it full screen if you rotate your phone and click on the video. So if you want to really get in and pay more attention to the video, you can do that. Make sure your notifications are set up. I know chances are if you're watching us right now, especially here on a I guess pseudo holiday weekend with the 4th being on a Wednesday this year, make sure you got those notifications set up. Notification options, your desktop computer on your Hailtrace account, and you can go to notification settings. You can get on your phone, on your email, or on your desktop computer, and all the locations you want to be notified for. If you've got them for Denver, you've probably gotten a whole bunch of notifications this year over the course of the past couple of weeks. You can get it for the whole state and, of course, the whole country. So we had a map yesterday. I think some of you guys saw some chatter about this on social media this morning. In Spearfish, or whoops, let me go back a little bit there. It was a 3-star map in Spearfish, Deadwood, South Dakota, Sundance, Wyoming. This was actually just to the north of Rapid City. There was some massive hail in here. Saw a video from that storm chaser Reed Timmer. He blew out his windows in that poor rental car he was driving, doing storm chasing in this area yesterday. And the hail size was very large, up to 4.5 inches. Only about 13,000 homes impacted. Rapid City isn't the biggest city out there. I mean, you guys probably go there and clean up. Rapid City itself, a little bit bigger, but the surrounding areas, they get hit all the time, so I'm sure there's quite a bit of damage there. And here's just some pictures that they're on our map as well, where we can see a whole wide array of hail sizes. It looks like pretty hard hail, and again, just based off a video I saw, definitely some pretty hard hail. So go check that out if you want to continue working in this area. All right, so here is your forecast for today. Got a couple different areas we're looking at here. If I'm sure a lot of you guys notice, the highest percentage chance is Denver, and this is not just Denver as in the city center itself. It's Denver as in the whole Front Range, pretty much from the Wyoming border down through probably just north of Colorado Springs. I think we're going to see primarily the Denver area is what we're looking at here. 25% chance there. They're not in the purple. I don't think they're going to see any 3-inch hail. Again, that 3-inch hail you guys got a couple weeks ago is pretty uncommon. So I think the hail sizes will be a little smaller than that. We also have a 20% chance over here in the Omaha area. We think there's going to be some storms that form this evening. The biggest question, of course, is going to be, can we have them stay kind of isolated and be big hail producers? Or potential problem I see is it turns into a line and gets kind of messy really fast, and that will minimize hail sizes, or at least the range of how far the big hail goes. It could be big hail in a little area and then just rain elsewhere. And then other smaller chances elsewhere, like Kansas City, an outside chance you could see a storm, 2% chance or maybe some quarters in Oklahoma City. I think we will see couple storms here in my town today, but I think it's going to be mostly either subsevere or non-hail producing. So only a 2% chance there. 2% chance Minneapolis. I think most of the storms are going to form to your south. Ron saying you were throwing Kansas City just to be nice. There's a chance though. And finally, this is probably one of the first times I have in my forecast here, and I actually have a local hail forecast with Montreal, Canada, up in Quebec, that's where my family's from, in the French-speaking douchey part of Canada. We have a 10% chance, could see some pretty big hail there today, up to some golf balls. Possibly some pretty strong winds too, and that extends down towards Burlington, Vermont, and into northern New Hampshire, and possibly even as far south as coastal Maine. So that's the two main areas we're looking at for today. Going into your local hail forecast, starting off with Denver, between 4 and 8 p.m. today. Hail could get up to tennis ball size hail, the absolute maximum I'm expecting. Somewhere, whether or not it's actually in Denver is the big question. I think we have a 25% chance, again, of seeing hail. And with that, about a 25% chance seeing a 3-star map or better. Denver is one of those areas, much like Dallas, Texas, where if a storm hits, it's probably going to be at least a 3-star map. So that's why I'm thinking there's a pretty good shot at seeing some storms today. I'll show you guys what the HRRR model is showing in just a second once I get through these cities here. Omaha, between about 4 and 8 p.m., I think some storms are going to form. You could see hail up to 3 inches in diameter. You could possibly get some pretty good storms, of course, assuming that we can get anything that is a little more, what's the word I'm looking for, potent. We could just end up seeing a line of storms, so that causes me to have only a 20% chance, and with that, only about a 15% chance. So from that 20% chance of seeing hail, only a 15% chance it's going to be a 3-star map or better. I could see a couple pockets of quarter-size hail in Omaha, but that's not going to make us see a good time hail map. So that's kind of what my thinking is on this one. Montreal, Quebec. I hope that's the right little shortening for Quebec. We could between 4 and 11 p.m. It looks like a couple rounds of storms are going to be possible. Hail could get up to golf ball size, which in Canada is pretty good. You don't see really big hail in Canada very often, especially towards the East Coast. About 10% chance of hail. Storms might miss you off to the north or off to the east or off to the west. And that gives you about 10% chance of seeing a 3-star map or better. So what we got here. So here's the HRRR model. We just let this roll through here. You can see pretty easily storms form basically on top of Denver like they usually do. They roll off the mountains here. And they go and will form and strengthen, usually peak in intensity, pretty much on top of the city. So they have that, and that'll move to the east. There could be some monster hail off to the east once these storms really get going into eastern Colorado. And then you also see here storms forming very close to Omaha. There's some mixed signals on the what we're expecting here in Omaha, whether or not it's just going to be this cluster. If it's a cluster of storms like this, then the hail size might be a little bit smaller. But if we can actually get it up to more isolated storms, which is what I think the NAM model is showing, we could see some bigger hail in there. And then you can also see, once it rolls around again, some storms forming possibly in Oklahoma and even over by Kansas City. I don't think those are going to be super strong, though. Again, main focus here in Denver, up to tennis ball size hails is possible with any strongest storms. And that includes that the 25% chance includes not just Denver, but like Fort Collins and Greeley and all these other places that have been hit with hail a bunch of times already this year. So I guess hopefully if we do get storms in the Front Range, they can hit the areas that haven't been blasted already. So we can just work the whole Front Range for the next 3 years. So, and here's the future radar. I had to shift over to the East Coast. You see Montreal is like right about here. And you see a couple rounds of storms form. The isolated storms that move through first, like right there, those will have a much better chance of having really big hail than the second area of storms. I think that'll be more of a wind threat. So we'll be watching. We'll be trying to keep an eye on Canada to see if anything big comes out of Montreal. It's a very large city. So, okay, what is the chance of Denver, you think, and around what time, Jason asks? I can just scroll back up real fast. I have it on there as my local hail forecast city. That's what I have for everything between 4 and 8 p.m. About 25% chance, a 1 in 4 shot that Denver gets hit pretty good with at least a 3-star map today. And so that's what we're looking at for the Denver area. So just keep an eye, especially a lot of you guys are out there working the storms that have happened the past couple weeks. Just keep an eye on the sky. I'm sure a lot of you guys would not be super pleased if your truck got beat to hell from some big hail. So just keep an eye, and obviously we'll be doing any live coverage with any storms that happen today that in large cities. So if Denver gets hit, I'll do some live coverage. If Omaha gets hit, I'll do live coverage. Probably not in Montreal. I think Montreal is just far enough away where seeing a live radar from the U.S. in Canada would be kind of rough. So that'll be just probably after the fact. Canada's a little rough. They won't give us the radar data for less than a ton of money, and their stuff is kind of trash. So anyway, but this is what we're looking at going tomorrow, your first day of July. I think there's a chance for some storms, some isolated storms in Missouri and into Illinois, just flirting with the Chicago area. Hail up to golf ball size. I think we might have run into the issue of it turns into a line of storms pretty fast. Now we're going to minimize your hail threat. This is what the models are showing. It has these isolated storms here will be the hail producers, which is where I have that golf ball chance. But if it all turned into a line, that would really minimize your chances for any big time hail across the Chicago area. But again, we'll be watching very carefully. It could change drastically. I mean, the forecast for today changed quite a bit from what I was thinking yesterday. Colorado decided it wanted to get into the game here, so that really changes everything pretty quick. So, moving ahead to our 5-day forecast, brought to you by C3 Group. Our whole forecast is brought to you by C3 Group. There's a link to their page in the description below. Check them out. They do sponsor a lot of stuff for us, but we got a whole new setup that, and hopefully in the next week, we'll really be setting up in our weather center to help improve these videos for you guys a whole lot. But anyway, here's their Saturday. Again, high population count, 3-inch hail possible, 25% chance. Tomorrow, only thinking like a 5% chance of seeing a 3-star map right now anyway. High population, again, obviously Chicago is one of the biggest cities in the country. That kind of will automatically make it be high. Up to golf balls. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, though, not super excited about. I think it's going to be pretty quiet when we move into the 4th of July weekend here. Low populations, and the hail sizes I don't think are going to get super big on Tuesday and Wednesday, at least right now. I got to see how things pan out. Low chance of seeing 3-star map or better. You got to hit those needles in the haystacks that are the little populations scattered across the areas. This is the area I'm concerned on Monday, for example. The only way you could get 3-star out of this is if either Pierre, South Dakota got blasted with baseballs, Fargo got hit. That's really about it. So there's not a whole lot out there on Monday. You're very concerned on Tuesday, a little more expansive, but still not that many people. I mean, you basically have to hit Billings or Rapid City. That's all. That's really all there is. I guess Sioux Falls, I have a little tiny bit of Sioux Falls in there. And your risk on Wednesday. This is on your 4th of July. I think North Dakota extending into Minnesota is a chance. I know Minneapolis is really close to there, but I think by the time this risk area, all the storms get to Minneapolis, the hail threat will be pretty low. That's what I'm looking at right now, at least through the 4th. So if you guys aren't the ones going out there working the Denver area, you probably will have a 4th of July with your families. I know we won't even have a video on the 4th. We'll just have like a graphic for the day, and we'll probably map storms if it's all really rural, kind of after the fact. We try really hard here at Hail Trace, especially with the peak season coming to an end, to make 4th of July be one of those days where you can kind of breathe for a minute before continuing through the rest of July. So, any other comments, questions, or concerns you may have, put them in the comments section up above my head here, and we'll try to answer them. I'll try to keep an eye on it through the rest of today and answer any questions. And follow us here on Facebook. If you're not watching us on Facebook, go like us on Facebook and follow our page. Hit see first. So if you miss any of our notifications, if you're out on a barbecue today and a big storm happens somewhere that you're interested in, you just completely miss all notifications. No more power to you. You kept your phone away from the pool or something. But you go on your Facebook, and we'll pop right up the top of your news feed. So you'll see any live coverage we do, any new 3-star maps or better, anything like that will pop up top of your newsfeed. If you hit see first on our Facebook page, any other comments, questions, concerns you may have, you can give us a call. Probably won't be much in the way of phone call answers today, but if you go on hailtrace.com, lower right hand corner of the screen, you can message us on intercom, little blue circle with a speech bubble in it, and that'll send out a message to everyone on staff. So if you really need to get in touch with us today, tomorrow, or even on the 4th of July, that is the best way to get in contact with us on the weekends or after hours. So, hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. If there is any large storms, of course, I'll be back doing live coverage later this afternoon. If it really looks like something big is going to go down, I will go to the office. I'll change my clothes, go to the office, and do green screen work with any of that. And if not, I'll see you again tomorrow at 12 p.m. Right here with our daily hail forecasts. And if not, I'll see you on Monday. Every single day at 12 p.m. Come and check us out and see our live videos. Hope you have a great rest of your holiday-ish weekend, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.